So in this example,
Oh my gosh, isn't that making you anxious with the backpack?
backpack.
Like, with his backpack on, isn't it making you anxious? The kid right there with the backpack on.
Oh yeah, you shouldn't have your
Dude.
backpack on.
What?
All right, so anyways, it doesn't. So what we're going to do is the angle. Well, the angle between two vectors, that's what it's asking. Oh, there's a nice little formula. So the formula is cosine of theta equals u dot v divided by magnitude of u times the magnitude of v. OK, so my recommendation when doing a problem like this is to complete each section separately. So the first thing is to do the dot product. If you guys remember the dot product, which is provided to you. Now, again, the dot product, I use this u1, u2, v1, v2. So we need to make sure we understand what, well, if this is vector u, then that's u1, that's u2. If this is vector v, that's v1, and that's v2. So by following the dot product, which is u1 times v1 plus u2 times v2, see, already by teaching this for 2 days, I already have it memorized, right? I'm sure if you guys do some examples, you guys will be all right. Yes? That's the formula. The formula between the angles of two vectors is right here.
But what are those then? What's the use one? They're not those two?
That is the adding of two vectors. This is the subtracting of two vectors. It's not. It's the dot product.
Oh, well, oh, OK.
Dot product is over there.
Is it because they're both in blue? It's affecting me.
So therefore, u1 is going to be -4. v1 is going to be -1 plus u2, which is -3, and then v2, which is 5. So I have 4 minus 15 equals -11. Does everybody follow me with the dot product?
Yes.
Huh?
I
You're what?
Get that.
Absolutely.
Oh, OK.
See, when you have certain steps.
Yes, Ryan, do you have a question? Oh, OK. So now the next thing is we're going to do the magnitude. So we need to find the magnitude of u, and we need to find the magnitude of v.
That right there.
So based on the magnitude formula that you are provided, which you also practiced on your homework, that would be for vector u, that would be u1 squared plus u2 squared. So therefore, I do u1 squared, which is right there. So that's going to be -4 squared plus -3 squared. So -4 squared is 16, plus 3 squared is going to be plus 9. So therefore, that's going to equal the square root of 25, which is equal to 5. OK, I can do the magnitude of v, which I'll do this one a little bit quicker. Run out of space here. Magnitude of v is going to be
1 and 5.
Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, I did those. OK. So it'd be 1 squared plus 5 squared. It's -1. Still make sure it'll be 1. So that's going to be 25. That will be 26.
Can't do that, can you?
Correct? So now I have cosine of theta equals the dot product, which is -11, over 5 times the square root of 26. Right? Now, to actually figure out the angle, though, you have to use cosine inverse. So theta equals cosine inverse of our answer here. What do I mean by our answer? Well, we need to use our calculator to figure out what exactly is the.
What mode is that to the answer?
You're going to want to use degree mode for this. So therefore, what I would do is do -11 and divide it by 5 times the square root of 26. All right, so therefore I get -0.4314554973. Instead of writing all that, I'm just going to use answer. Then I do cosine inverse of my answer. And I get 115.59. So therefore, theta equals 115.59. So I'll just round that to 0.6, depending on how I ask you to round it. Anybody have any questions on that? So yes, what's your question?
What do we use tangent of theta equals?
That is the direction of one vector. So if I only gave you one vector, can you figure the direction of that? Yeah, you just do tangent theta of u2 over u1. Does that make sense?
You mean the inverse, right? Or no,
Well, yeah, tangent theta, and then you do theta equals tan inverse of that. Anybody have a question on that?
Okay.
Yes, kid.
I thought they were affecting the one. I'm like, you put 5 square root of 26 in parentheses? Because I did it.
So you have to put it in parentheses.
What I actually did when I typed in my calculator, I did 5 times 26 first, and then I did negative 11 divided by that answer to do that. Or you could do it with parentheses like you did. Because, yeah, your calculator, when you do negative 11 divided by 5 times 26, they're going to do negative 11 times 5 and then divide that, or then multiply that by square root of 26. So, yeah, you either have to use parentheses or you have to do it in the order.